Hello, welcome to Inspiredfingers once again, and today I'll be showing you how to play the seventh chords easily in any given key of your choice. Alright, and this is a kind of trick or a kind of cheat, okay, that you use in doing that. Okay, over time I've been showing students how to play seventh chords, be it the major seventh chord or minor seventh chord, the half diminished seventh chord or the dominant seventh chord, using their chord formulas, and it looks like it's complex, okay, but the fact remains that it's not really complex. It might just look intimidating, okay, for you to keep it at heart and use it anytime you want to play those chords, okay. So that's why I came up with this, and you know, it might not really be a secret, okay, but it might be a secret to you right now. So that's why I'm here to unveil it to you, okay, this cheat that you can use to play the seventh chords really easy. And we'll be doing this in the key of C. Remember, the key of C, this is the 1, this is the 2, this is the 3, this is the 4, this is the 5, this is the 6, this is the 7, and this is the 1 again, okay. And you can always remember that the 1, the 4, and the 5, they are the major chords in any given key you are in. The 2, the 3, and the 6, they are the minor chords. Then the 7 is a diminished chord, okay. So you know, the seventh chords, they are just simply extensions, okay. They are just simply extensions of your basic triad chords, okay. The only thing there is that you are adding a seventh note, okay, be it a major seventh or a minor seventh, okay, to those existing triad chords, okay. So for instance, right now we have the C major chord, the C major triad, which is just a 3-fingered chord, okay. You can just add the major seventh, and this makes it the major seventh chord as the C major seventh chord there, okay. So what we're just doing is adding a note. That's why we call it an extended chord, okay, because it's adding an extended note, okay, aside the normal triad you used to play. All right, so let me go ahead with the cheat I've been talking about, okay. Like I said before, I've been using you know, the formulas to show students how to get their seventh chords, be it major seventh chord, minor seventh chord, the dominant seventh chord, or the half diminished seventh chords, which are the diatonic seventh chords in any given key you can talk about, okay. But it looks somehow intimidating, so that's why I came up with this cheat. And what is just required of you is to play you know, the roots of whatever seventh chord you want to play. If it's a major seventh chord, just play the roots. Right now I can assume I want to play the C major seventh chord, okay. Then all I will just do is to skip a note and go to the next note there, okay. Then play the triad based on this note you skipped to. Remember, this is the 3 of the key of C, right? This is the 3 of the key of C, which is the E minor chord. So now when you add these, I don't know if you can hear my sounds very well. Let me come up. Okay, I think this is much more better, okay. So if you look at this is the 3 of the key of C, and I said something before. I said you should hold this note down, then skip a note and go to the next one and play a triad based on this note you have skipped to. Meanwhile, you're still holding these roots down there, okay. You can always play it as an octave there if you like, but for now just play it like this. So you skip to the E and play the E minor triad over it, and it all comes together to form a major seventh chord. That's the C major seventh chord. And later you can just add the C, you know, make it octave on the left hand. Then I'm playing, you know, the E minor triad above it with my right hand. So you can see how simple that is. And you can also apply this not just for major chords, you can apply this to minor chords as well. So how do you do that? Now this is D. I want to play, assuming I want to play the D minor seventh chord. All I would just do is to hold this one down, then skip a note and go to the next one and play the triad based on that next note, which is the F major triad. So playing it all together, plus the D there, and maybe making it an octave D on my left hand and playing this, it makes it the D minor 7th chord. I hope you can get the logic here. So that's why I said, that those formulas, right now we're still following the formula, but the truth is we're not thinking about the formula right now. We're only playing based on one understanding. I am playing a triad over a root. That's all. I hope you get that. Okay, so if I want to play, for instance, I want to play the G, which is the 5th of the key of C, obviously. So all I would just have to do, if I want to play a G dominant 7th chord, remember G dominant 7th chord is the diatonic 5th chord, which is the 7th chord on the key of C. So that's based on the 5th degree of the key of C. And for any given key, if you want to play a 7th chord on the 5th, you have to be playing a dominant 7th. Okay, you don't play a major 7th, neither will you play a minor 7th. Okay, so now you want to play a dominant 7th chord. That's the G dominant 7th chord, which is the 5th of the key of C. All you just have to do is to jump the A there, which is a note there, and go to the next one, which is the B, and form the B diminished triad and play it over the G, and that's your G dominant 7th chord, BDF. If you like, you can make the left hand an octave there, and it completes it. So that's just the logic I want to pass over to you today. Anytime you want to play an extended chord, which is a 7th chord, all you just have to do is to play triads above the roots. That's all. That's all. So you can see how this is super simple rather than trying to remember the formula. Although I really encourage you to learn the formulas, okay, because it will help you, especially when you want to cross check whether you're really right on what you're doing. Right now we can actually cross check if we want to show that this thing we're doing right now is really true. Okay, so if you check now, the formula for creating your major 7th chords is actually the root, the major third, the perfect 5th, and plus that major 7th note. Okay, remember B is the major 7th. Okay, so if you want to cross check, you can cross check, and you can see that we're still playing the same thing. So that's all. So if I want to stop here today, I can actually stop here, and I know I've passed something across to you. Okay, but let's go a little bit further. Let me just tell you a pattern or a concept we're actually following here. Now for the major 7th chords, all we're just doing is playing a minor chord over that root. That forms our major 7th chord. Okay, similarly, if you want to get the F major 7th chord, which we know that F is the 4th degree, it's a major chord. Okay, so we want to form a major 7th chord on it. Okay, so what we just have to do is to play a minor chord, which is the A minor, over the F there, and it makes our F major 7th chord. So this happens every time. So anytime you play a minor chord over a root that's based on the major chord, which is actually maybe the 1 or the 4, you just have to understand that that is a major 7th chord. All right, then for the minor 7th chord, you simply play a major triad over that's the minor root there. Okay, I choose to call it the minor root. I don't know if that's theoretically correct. Sorry, those theory gurus. but I hope you understand what I mean. Okay, because the 6 is actually a minor. It's the roots to a minor chord in the key of C. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So anytime you play, as we were saying before, anytime you play a major chord over a root that creates a minor chord in our key, all we just have to understand is that is gonna definitely be a minor 7th chord. Similarly, for the D, you are playing an F major triad over the D, and this makes your 2 chord, which is the D minor 7th chord in the key of C. So this stuff works like magic. Okay, sorry, I haven't shown you the diminished the half diminished 7th chord, which is the diatonic 7th chord. That's the diatonic chord based on the 7th notes. So I've not shown you that, which is this. So all you just have to do here, you're still following the same process. Like I said, always keep a note that is part of that scale. Keep that note. We're not talking about these accidentals here. No, forget about those, because they are not part of our major scale, our C major scale. So you have to skip only one note. Okay, that's part of the diatonic scale. That's the scale, the C major scale, because we're in the key of C right now. Okay, so now you're skipping C because C is part of the C major scale. Obviously, is the 1. Okay, so you're skipping the C and going to the next diatonic notes, which is D, which is the 2 of the key of C. Okay, and you're playing that D minor triad over the B, and that creates your B half diminished 7th chord. Now this is the half diminished 7th chord. Why? Because if you want to play a diminished 7th chord, you have to play it like this. Okay, so we are partially diminishing this chord because it's just only one stuff that we have diminished. We have succeeded in diminish, which is diminishing, which is the 7th over which is the 5th over there, and we have reduced it. Okay, but we're left one still there remaining to take this one down to make it a complete diminished 7th chord. Okay, so right now, because we have partially done that, we have diminished it only this 5th there. We diminished the 5th there only. We have not diminished that 7th yet. So that's why we're calling it a half diminished 7th chord.